Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. How did you get motivated yesterday with our episode on sleep, on motivation, on getting the most energy from your days, from yourself? How did you like the conversation about hobby, and have you considered getting any new hobbies to get more creative, to change your life, to get inspiration, to get ideas flowing, so you can advance your life in any way you want, and just to have fun, because hobbies are fun. You gotta have something that is not related to your work, to your mission, to you making money, or anything really too much logical and in your head. You gotta have something to just have fun, to spark your creativity, spark your passions, your joyful spirit. So get a hobby, sleep well to have the most motivation and energy to crush every single day of your life and advance your mission. Today, guys, we are starting our conversation that we will continue till the end of the week. Conversation about what I believe is actually the best diet there is, in a sense that it has the most scientific foundation, and it is not about carbs or fats or calories or weight loss. It's about providing our human body, our human physiology with the nutrients that from all the recent research we know our body needs to thrive, not to just survive and not die from malnutrition or starvation, but to actually thrive and to have this amazing energy and health every day so you can do whatever you want to do with your life, right? So the diet has, for me it's like the most weird thing, because I never thought that the best diet at any point can be called the dental diet. So the topic of the rest of the week is the dental diet, the surprising link between your teeth, real food, and life-changing natural health. So this book is written by Dr. Stephen Lean, and he's a trained dentist. So now these days he calls himself evolutionary dentist, because his main passion is about evolution in relation to our food and in relation to our dental health. So he doesn't want, he got bored with just, treating people's teeth, doing implants or what have you. And he wanted to prevent to prevent all the dental problems that people came to him with, kind of didn't want to maybe do his job in a way that he was doing it, and he wanted to actually help people, again, to prevent having cavities or tooth pains or any kind of tooth-related misfortunes and disasters. I had my share of teeth problems, like since I was a kid, probably because back then my nutrition was not really well designed, and maybe it was something, in my genes, or I don't know. And then I had an accident and I broke my front teeth, and there is a whole bunch of things that throughout my life was going on with my teeth. And only now I feel like I finally got it, why I used to have like so many different issues, like the recent ones that I couldn't really figure out for quite a while, was that I used to have this calcium accumulation at the bottom from on the inside of my front teeth. And then, I would have to go to a dentist to do the cleaning and remove it all. And, not the nicest procedures, not something I would really want to enjoy. So I couldn't figure out why with all, with super like good diet, fasting, brushing my teeth, all this stuff, this healthy lifestyle, why I still would have those problems that were bothering me. And then in this book, after reading this book, I finally figured out why, and why at certain times in my life I would not have those calcium accumulations. And then at some stages and moments in my life, I would have more. This book answered it, and I did my experiments, and I do not have calcium accumulations. And if I change my diet the way it's not recommended in the book, so I get those calcium accumulations again, and it has nothing to do, or mineral accumulations, I'm not sure the exact proportion of different minerals in it, but it fixed that. But also I realize now that it not only fixed that, but it fixed possible problems in the future with calcium in my arteries, or stones maybe in my kidneys. A lot of those things are about accumulation of different minerals like calcium in our soft tissues. And the first sign of those minerals going not to the right places, like our bones and our teeth, is that mineral accumulations in our teeth. And you might not get it in your teeth, but you might get it later in life in your soft tissues, or as stones in your kidneys. So I prefer to find out earlier and treat them earlier. So anyway, the dental diet, it will also help you to feel your best and to look your best. So that's why I'm very passionate about. And there is a blog on my website. We talked about it yesterday on Monday, so check it out. It has all the basic information, even one-day meal plan and food pyramid for the dental diet. But before you go and read that, let's talk about the dental diet. What's the diet is all about, and what's like the definition and the features of it. So the dental diet, let me read you something. When you consume the nutrients from foods that manage your dental health, the rest falls into place. People with deeper chronic conditions may need to undergo a deeper dietary analysis to see what their body is missing, but they should first work with the principles that establish good oral health. Basically, the foundation of the dental diet and the principles and the whole work, the thing that you want to understand is that when you take care of your teeth and you have no problems whatsoever with your teeth, it's a good sign and a clear sign, and more research and studies show that if you have your teeth good, if you have your good oral health, then the rest of your body is probably doing pretty well. And if you can look at statistics, or you remember your friends, or you talk to your friends, you talk to your family, and if you ask them, probably all of them had some kind of teeth problems. And we have a lot of different procedures to make your teeth straighter, or of course to remove cavities, to treat cavities, root canal, and what's not. But you see that was not the case when we had different food supply. And if you take those few those few regions on Earth where people still live and eat more of a natural diet, they do not have really many problems with teeth. They do not really need dentists. You mentioned that with all our civilization, we actually created a problem because we moved from our natural diet. And so the book shows the best diet based on everything that we know for our teeth and our overall health. The food you eat contains nutrients that you absorb, but also the collective epigenetic messages that eventually shape your gut, bacteria, immune system, metabolism, and hormones as well. As you digest food, a flood of nutrients and bacteria move through your body. They interact with each other and trigger epigenetic messages that eventually flow down to your genes. The presence of certain nutrients will methylate your DNA or turn certain genes on and off. These messages affect how our bodies operate. Basically, the main also idea of the book is, and I believe in it, and more research and studies again show that this is the case, food is not just fuel. It's actually information from the environment, because food is the most intimate connection to our environment, because it becomes us. So foods, every time we eat foods, it sends those messages to our genes to be expressed in a certain way, or basically to turn certain genes on and turn certain genes off. It's not that we, now our genes make our destiny. It actually, those changes in our genes, some genes are switched on, some genes are switched off, that create the health and vitality and energy levels and the way we look, the way we operate in the world. Those messages create the genes that we experience in our life, and food has the power to turn on and off our genes and create health or sickness on a much deeper level than a lot of you probably think about or recognize. So guys, the main idea of the book is that when you take care of your oral health, you take care of your whole body health, the way you feel, how often or not often you get sick, how healthy you are, how strong you are, how of a long life you're gonna live, and so much more. How you look, of course, how much weight you carry, what kind of weight you carry, really powerful. And food changes our genes, and that changes everything that we experience in life. And guys, I want also to talk to you today a little bit about food pyramid. You probably saw in your life some sort of food pyramid, that is designed to show you what foods you should put more in your body, what foods should be eaten in less proportions and amounts, and then what foods should be eliminated or eaten in very small amounts and very rarely. So at the base of the dental diet pyramid is, of course, you probably can guess it, are our vegetables, but also beans, because vegetables and beans are the highest in phytonutrients, vitamins, and minerals per calorie. And when it comes to beans, there are also those important fibers, prebiotic fibers, and just a lot of fiber in general that supply food for our gut bacteria. And as we know, more and more research shows that the health of our gut bacteria, the diversity, the health of our gut is really our own health. The better we take care of our gut health, our gut bacteria, the better we're going to experience our health and our vitality. And so for those bacteria to thrive, we need a lot of, besides all the vitamins and minerals that we get ourselves, our body gets, we need to give all these different kinds of fibers from vegetables and legumes or beans that, by the way, you need to know how to cook. And in the book, what I also loved about the book, just guys, it tells you how to cook all those powerful foods, like that you gotta soak your beans for 12 to 24 hours before cooking them, and the best way to cook your beans in a pressure cooker if you want to avoid digestive issues and prevent getting all kinds of issues related to beans having those anti-nutrients. Anyway, the base of the pyramid is a lot of vegetables, beans, but guys, vegetables. Then the second level of the pyramid consists of our healthy whole food, proteins and fats that come from healthy animals like grass-fed beef, also wild fish, seafood of all sorts. And if you tolerate dairy, then good quality dairy from farms without added sugars or added preservatives. And also at the second level are fermented foods that provide more beneficial bacteria that creates more health and heals your gut. So the second level, our fats, proteins from whole foods, and then fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi or kefir or kombucha. There is a variety, yogurts also, but that's also dairy, and dairy if you tolerate it well. And then on the third level, you can see all kinds of healthy additions to your diet that should complement your meals. So there you see your fats in bottles and packaging. So on the second level, we see whole foods fats. Like for example, our fatty fish or fats from different parts of animals and organ meats, by the way. And then on the third level, we see our fats in the bottle, also nuts and seeds and spices that all should complement our food. And then on the fourth, last level, you can actually omit, and it is recommended for the first couple of weeks to kind of restore your health, your dental health. You avoid those foods, whole grains and fruits. I totally agree with the idea that whole grains and some fruit might be totally okay for you and might be a great addition to your diet, but in small amounts, and they're totally not necessary. So this is the pyramid for the dental diet. And this pyramid is designed to supply the most essential nutrition per calorie. So the pyramid is about foods, but from these foods you need to get particular nutrients, particular vitamins, fat-soluble vitamins, and in particular, and then also you gotta supply yourself with supporting minerals. That the whole idea of the book, another idea of the book is that certain vitamins and minerals, they cannot function well by themselves. Like, for example, if you take calcium, people always say you need calcium for your healthy bones, for your healthy teeth, etc. But did you know, for example, that unless you have certain fat-soluble vitamins, that calcium will not get into your bones or into your teeth, or it's gonna be that plague on your teeth that you would have to go to the dentist and remove. And that's what I used to have before I figured out what was missing in my diet to actually put the calcium to build my teeth and bones, not to make this plague on top of my teeth. The body is a very intricate system. And so this food pyramid is designed to deliver the maximum of those fat-soluble vitamins and those supporting minerals and things like fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. If you build your meals around these foods, a variety of these foods, then you're going to deliver the most amount of those essential for your health, for your oral health, your whole body health nutrients. And the next few days, we will talk about those vitamins, those supporting minerals. We will talk about different fibers. And most importantly, we will talk about practice of eating the richest foods in those vitamins and minerals, and how to combine these foods the best to, get the most out of the least amount of foods and the least amount of hustle and energy and time. And we will also talk about things that you should not be eating, not to compromise your oral health and your whole body health. And again, it will improve how you look and how you feel. You're going to feel and look the best. But the thing is, this book, it's not about weight loss. It's about giving yourself the most amount of health and the most amount of energy and the most amount of healthy years in your life. So stay tuned for the next 3 days for those essentials of the dental diet. And guys, give this book, this diet, a chance, and I promise you, you're gonna feel the best that you've ever felt in your entire life. Like your energy levels, your looks, your confidence, everything gonna skyrocket. But give it an honest try, eliminating things that you shouldn't be eating and eating all the essential vitamins and minerals and fibers from whole foods. And before letting you go today, I want to share with you also this exercise. Yes, the book also has exercise to improve your oral and whole body health, and a huge part of it is actually breathing. Our breathing, especially as we are growing up, it has a lot to do. It influences the way we process. Well, first of all, oxygen is the most important nutrient. How long can you live without oxygen? I can tell you right now, a few seconds, not a few seconds, maybe a few minutes. If you hold your breath, you're probably going to live for a minute, for a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes if you were practicing some breath holding. So oxygen, not even food, not even water, the most important nutrient. And in this book, explains the connection between oxygen and the way we breathe, and how we process our food, and how effective we are with creating energy in our cells. And energy is everything, guys. It's the currency of life. And the better we breathe, the better we adapt our natural breathing, the more nutrients we're going to get from our foods, the more energy we're going to get, the more efficient and effective our cells are going to get, and less inflammation you're going to have, and you're going to feel so much better again. So the exercise is especially beneficial before you eat because it improves your digestion and absorption of nutrients, and it calms you down and does a lot of things. But you can do this exercise anytime you want, and take it from me, it also helps you with any kind of anxiety or stress, or whenever you feel like you need to bring yourself down, calm yourself down. So the exercise, really easy. You need to breathe in for like 3 counts, and then you need to breathe out for probably something that is twice as long. So breathe in through your nose, guys, through your nose. All the breathing is done through your nose. That is very important distinction, because that, the kind of breathing, nose breathing, is a natural breathing that we are meant to do, and that oxygenates our blood and our lungs the most. It's an important factor, oxygenation of our tissues, when it comes to energy in our life. So the exercise, you need to breathe in slowly, pushing your belly out. It's called also belly breathing. So breathe in for like 3-4 counts, and then you're gonna breathe out for twice as much, so 6-8 counts. And do that 3-4 times to give you the effect that we're looking for, of bringing you down, activating your parasympathetic nervous system, or the system that is in charge of recovery and rest and digest. So breathe in. And then accent, you should focus on the breathing out. You should make it slower. And actually, you do not breathe out through your nose. You also breathe out through your nose, not through your mouth. So breathe in for 3-4 counts, and then breathe out for twice as long. That is the exercise, breathing exercise I recommend you to do before every time you eat, and maybe in the morning, and whenever you feel like you need to relax and to calm yourself down. So this is the exercise. Practice it. Let me know what you think, and especially, again, great if you have any problems with digestion or any kind of digestive issues, and also helps to bring the inflammation down. So the dental diet, that's the book that I recommend you to pick up. Go to Create Yourself That Today, read the blog. It also has all the basics, but to get it inside of your head really well, get the book. And plus, the book has a meal plan for 40 days with all the recipes, and it doesn't just move you from zero to hero, it actually allows the time to transition. So you're not gonna just plunge into perfect dental diet, eliminating all the foods that you might be used to. It actually, again, helps you to transition and helps you to make this transition faster and less painful. So guys, check it out, The Dental Diet by Dr. Stephen Lean, and also check out Create Yourself That Today for the blog before you start reading the book. It will give you all the foundation and basic understanding of what it is about and why you should try it out. Stay tuned for the next 3 days. We're going to talk about the actual vitamins and minerals that you need to get from your diet for the best oral and whole body health, supporting minerals and all kinds of different fibers and prebiotics. We're going to learn how to shop the best for them, what kind of actual foods have the most of those vitamins and minerals. So guys, stay tuned Wednesday to Friday and start taking really good care of your teeth through your diet. And believe me, guys, you're gonna feel the best you've ever felt. So thank you for tuning in today, though. Have an awesome day. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.